kidding me? This is my playground. This is what I live for. Oh. For the last 8.5 years, I've been obsessed with carrying my bike to the summit of every Munro in Scotland. And I managed to get through all of that relatively unscathed. Yet here I am, presenting this film to you in a neck brace. I guess that's a story for another day. But what is a Munro?
Munro.
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 Munro's Munro.
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 Munro there.
Munro.
Munro.
Munro. Munro. You Munro.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver in silence to let them in, chalk up their body, another one body, that's just how it go. I got some secrets, I'm shaking the game so they stay on their toes. Stay in your lane, how to stay on the go. I came to play with the pros and act like a rookie, so they overlook me. They not double up or get under their nose. None of them cold, they just got lucky but never adapted, so I'm to the one if it's coming to blows. My enemies cutting it close, I let them think that they got me, but what do you know? I had them beat before we ever spoke, I'm ready for smoke. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now they ain't go harder than me, they need a blade in a sheath, a shank in a piece, a crate full of heat, an army, a fleet, a tank and a jeep, a navy at sea, with ace a marine, an ace up their sleeve, a team of marines, a freak on a leash, a beast with an appetite, razor for teeth, and still they would lay at my feet. Boy, you got the wrong one. I gotta look over all of my publishing statements for Q1 as soon as the song's done. I gotta call up my mama and tell her I made it as soon as my log's done. I gotta read all my trade publications and sip my tea till it is all done. I think it's all fun. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything.
Yeah, bad weather. Something Scotland is famed for is its somewhat unpredictable weather. When you set off on a project like this one, something of this scale, that becomes even harder to factor in. Thinking my options here and I'll possibly abort. It's not all bad weather. You'd go weeks and weeks of just out in the belling rain and 40-mile winds, and you'd be like, what am I doing this for? You know, this is hard work. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it would be a glorious day. So I just want some atmosphere. Thought it'd be rude to not do a little bit of a video with that as the backdrop. I love Scotland so much. One of the questions I'm often asked is, which was the hardest mineral? Technically, that's a very, very simple answer. It was Skirningillion in the Coolin. But far beyond that, and something that fills me with anxiety and dread, is the thought of one of the hardest things I've ever done on a bike. And that was the full Mullerdoch round. So all 12 of them in rows around here. I've given myself 2 or 3 days. You know, I know it could be done in a day, but not with a bike. Not all my camping gear, carrying an injury. I just, you know, I want to take it easy, enjoy it. You know, so a couple of nights under the stars. We'll see how we go. Just have some fun. I made it to summit 1. It's pretty breezy up here. I'm not going to hang about. There's promise. We could also get hellish. Made it to summit 2. I was a bit of a brute, if being honest. You know, mild scrambling becomes a tad more than mild. You've got a bike and an extra 70 pounds of luggage. But we're up here. Summit 3, nothing really to see at the moment, still howling, just looking across the summit, 4 hours across there, so better get to it. No idea how, but I've just managed to get down here with a bike and all my bike packing gear. I'm starting to get a bit conscious of the time. It's pushing on for nearly 4:30 now, I think. 20 past 4. I'm still yet to climb up this ridge, make the summit, and the plan was to descend all the way down the loch tonight. Don't know, I think I might have to change some plans about. We'll have a bit of an update, ladies and gents. I am currently in my one-bed apartment. It's cosy. I had planned to drop down to beside the loch tonight and either camp there or make my way up to some height for the start of tomorrow's Monroe's, but you know, it was getting dark, and you know, the thought of just not being able to let my wife know that I'm okay and whatnot, so I just decided to stay up high. Morning people, it's the back of 7 on Friday. I had a pretty cushy sleep. It was really warm, quite comfortable. It's rained all night. It's still kind of raining now, but well, I've no water for a coffee. That's not a good start. But all day breakfast, it's going to be eaten cold because I've no water to wash my pot. Tents away, all good. I'm going to drop down off here, make our way up beside that waterfall, and in the clag there is a mountain that I'm not going to know quite how easy it is to reach. So yeah, that's this morning's plan. Summit 5, the first Monroe of the day. It's nice to be up here. I tell you that climb up to 600 metres was honestly horrific. I mean, I never thought about quitting, but it wasn't fun. Summit 6. If you're following my progress and you have a look at the Mullerdoch Way, you'll get an idea what this mountain's like. It's pretty savage. Some knife edge ridges and almost boulder field reds. It's quite difficult to climb, particularly with a bike. But yeah, we get down off here and on to the next one. Number 7. What a welcome sight. Summit 8, Leinster. I took a very wrong turn. Ended up following a deer track for about 400 metres and then had to climb straight up for another 400 metres. Ended up a lot lower than I wanted to be. But it's really getting late now. I want to get off this summit down to the next Bealach of Bunfurla and set up for the night, hopefully before I lose all light. Concentration really starting to grow. Fatigue really setting in. Just the prospect setting up for the night. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it. Today was hard. I'm feeling it. I had hoped to grab 5 or 6 Monroes today, so it was just a case of, you know, the longer ones and then the descent down to the truck. that hasn't happened through, you know, one thing or another. I got quite close to being where I'd accepted I was going to be. I bagged Mansuel and then bypassed Kearney to come down by Fionla. Everything was soaking. I put up the tent in the dark. I was getting battered by wind and rain whilst doing that. So I'm wet, I'm cold, because the wind's still quite violent. And this stupid tent only has one door and it's facing the wind. I don't even think I'm going to have a hot meal tonight or a coffee, but I'm dying for one. I just can't bring myself to let more cold air in here. I just have to hope that it's good weather in the morning. I'll have some breakfast and a coffee and crack on with the day. But I think for just now, I'm just going to say goodnight. Morning. So it's rained solid for the last 14 hours. I didn't have anything to eat last night, and I kind of just feel the same way today. I just want to get packed up and get off these hills, to be honest. The rain's really putting a dampener on my spirits. Just everything's soaking and it's just making everything so hard, particularly in the world's smallest tent. So I think I'm just going to get packed up, try and stay as dry as I can whilst I do that, and get out of here. 9. I'm led to believe there's fantastic views off here, but it's going to leave me wanting more. Horrendous sleep, cold, wet, everything's sodding through. I've had to just put on entirely soaking clothes today and just try and heat them up while moving, so not the best start to the day. Still got 3 main roads to do, one straight back along this ridge and up a hell of a climb, and then I think it's like another 20 kilometres to the other two, so it's another big day. I'm a broken man. Got about 20 kilometres and 2 more main roads to go. And the next difficult bit is going to be getting down off this ridge, and then it looks like a really bouldery field Beeley. I'm a bit nervous about that, but once I'm up, you know, the summit and then across the next one should be plain sailing. The next target up there in the clouds, and then I think the next one after that is way over there. So quite a distance. Saved 2 or 3 hours by that boat behind me and a very angry gilly running me up the loch back to the dam. I'd actually had come down the wrong point. I'd dropped into the wrong glen, well, the wrong sort of gully. I just got a bit of a tailing off. But Genuinely sorry for that. Now just get back to the truck. 3 days, 12 Monroes, 55 kilometres, 16,000 foot of ascent. I'm here, back where it all started. A few stories to tell about this one. Another one of the common questions I get is which was my favourite descent. Now that's a question that I've been asked a lot, and I've had a while to think about this answer. And I'm probably going to have to put it behind some kind of paywall. Because if I just readily gave up that information, nobody would buy my book. Some of my favourite days in the hills have actually been when the riding has just been a bonus. You know, the mountains in Scotland have always captivated me. Like, I feel like there's a romanticism around them. And quite often the terrible weather feeds into that. I think it, you know, like if it's been truly terrible and there's a glimpse of sunshine, it's like that hope. And it kind of makes that all more special. And I think that's a good starting point for me, I think, of some of my favourite days. You know, Some mountains in Scotland just have an aura about them. There's some that I could happily return to day after day after day. The riding doesn't have to be incredible, but there's just something about them. There's something that just keeps pulling you in. It's been a wet day, but you know, as I've always said, they're not necessarily the worst, because just, you know, the clouds, the atmosphere, like, to me, this is how the mountain should look. Bluebird days are great, you don't need to worry about jackets, but I live for this shit. Yeah, boy! And of course you've got all your classics. We couldn't miss them out. You know, we'll start with the thorn in my side, so we'll say, the cooling. Everybody always asks about the cooling. Oh, what are you going to do about the in-pin? I'm going to do exactly what I've done with every other Monroe.
Oh, doing good.
What about the Anachigig? How are you going to do that? Another common question. So I think it was actually 2019 that I went up from Glencoe Village and got the first Monroe. And I'd just done as a simple out and back, knowing fine well that you could get each of the Monroes from either end of the ridge. The next time was maybe 2021, and I went up from the road to Kinlochleven, up out the back. I think it was a late November or early December morning, and it was beautifully frosty. There was some snow on the tips, and it was a really special day. I got up to the summit just for the sunrise, and it would have been rude not to put a little bit on the ridge. Another special mountain for me, and another one that people think, oh, you can't take a bike up there, was Anchelic. Anchelic, as we all know, is a beautiful mountain. Another one, Leotach. That gets probably as many questions as an Ahege in the cooler. What are you going to do for Leotach? Well, I'm going to do the same thing as I did with Anik. I'm going to do it from both ends. And the biggest thing I've taken away from this whole project, something that I think I've known for quite a while running up to the end, was what it is that keeps me drawn to the hills, or kept me going over these 8.5 years, which is a long time to be infatuated with anything. It was the unknown. It didn't really matter what the descent was like. The excitement and the good vibes had started long before I'd got anywhere near a descent. You know, my days starting at 3 a.m, loading the truck, driving for 3-4 hours, wondering what was in store. You know, just that excitement, that feeling you get when you're a kid and you're opening Christmas presents and you've no idea what it is, but you know it's going to be sick. It could be anything, like it's Christmas. And this project, every day felt like Christmas, because I didn't know what I was getting. It's all about chasing the unknown.
me see you go off like a bomb. Now let me see you go off like a bomb.
So good. Yes. Oh, it was amazing. Oh.
Peace.